let's move over to the Houston Texans, this is definitely the hardest division to preview, team in this division to preview,
Yeah.
because they're going to be really bad, man. They're going to be really, really bad. They're definitely going to be the worst team in the league next year.
I see that for sure.
Yeah, so we can just start in with their quarterback predicament. Deshaun Watson, for the notes, I just put down TBD.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know what to say. Apparently, there's reports that there's going to be a decision coming down soon from the Texans GM.
Yep, the GM was quoted saying that it'll be before training camp or just once camp starts. So,
which, I mean, if you're another team, how do you trade for Deshaun? Like, what do you tell your fan base? Like, trading for Deshaun Watson? Like, that's the part that I don't think he gets moved this year. I think he's going to hit the commissioner's exempt list, and he's not playing this year.
I see the same thing. And hasn't he kind of voiced certain teams that he's wanted to go to as well?
Yeah, I know he likes the Broncos and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
there's a few teams out there. But
so if you're the Broncos, I don't see you making this.
Yeah,
deal this year.
I think it's just best for the teams to wait. Just wait it out as long as possible. So we'll get into the quarterbacks that are on the roster. They brought in Tyrod Taylor.
I mean, I'm not a fan, but
no, yeah, that's why I like the dead air there. I mean, the last time we saw him at like full season as a starter was 2017 with Buffalo, and it really wasn't great. Like, he definitely had moments in the past where he was a good fantasy quarterback. He got the rushing. It's just been a really long time, and the last couple of times we've seen him in very few games, he just was really bad, really bad. They drafted Davis Mills this year, who Caleb, if he was here, like his favorite quarterback ever. You seem to really like him. I'm not the biggest Davis Mills fan. I
mean, he was the first pick for the Houston Texans this year. So I mean,
thanks, Bill O'Brien.
That's oof, boy. But his injuries, injury prone. Just, I mean, that's what kind of has. I'm kind of with Caleb. I'd love to see what this guy has.
I definitely think he'll probably get in there at some point in the season.
I think it's the best landing spot for him. But yeah, I mean, what's it going to look like, or when is he going to have a chance?
And one problem is what's it going to look like is because of the weapons on this team. They lose Will Fuller.
Yeah.
So they bringing back Brandon Cooks, who Brandon Cooks was really good last year. Like, you take out that first period of the season where we were like, drop Brandon Cooks, and we felt like it was a really good reason because he was awful. He was goose egging people. Had no targets. But after that, like after week 5 last year, week 5 and on, he was very good. He finished very highly last year. I'm not touching him this year, though. Like, I'm not. I don't trust the quarterback. That was Deshaun Watson throwing him the ball. Deshaun Watson, you can say whatever you want about his character and the person. On the NFL field, he's incredible. He can make these lesser players much better. Then you go down, you have Kiki Cutie, who needs to stay healthy. They have Randall Cobb. He's old. Then they have Dante Moncrief. Do you have another way to describe Randall Cobb?
No, okay. I'm just laughing at it.
And then they have Dante Moncrief. I think this team has a slot wide receiver problem right now because Brandon Cooks is obviously the top dog on this team. He'll be the leader in target share, targets, receptions, probably, in yards. But how do these other three guys fit in the field? Because PFF has Dante Moncrief starting opposite of him in 11-man personnel on the outside. Dante Moncrief is terrible. He is absolutely awful. Last year in New England, where New England needed all the help they could possibly get, he saw 2 targets. 2 targets in 6 games.
On Dante is he started with Indy.
Yeah, and he had some moments with Andrew Luck. He got a lot of touchdowns at times. Like, he was usable. That was a long time ago, though.
He was traded straight across for Jacoby Brissett, and that's how that deal went down. And I just didn't see anything else out of him in New England. Yeah. So it was it was one of those things that I don't know if he can come back. So
No, I don't believe in him at all. And that's the thing. I think what might be their best play, strategic play, is to have Randall Cobb in the slot and try and move Kiki to the outside because he's got juice. When he's got the ball in his hands, he's good. He hasn't played out on the outside a lot, but they've had DeAndre Hopkins, they've had Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks in there. So I think the spot's open, and I think that'd be the best place for them to go. But again, are you touching anyone in this wide receiver core willingly?
I'm not. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that I don't.
Because you can't even project like who the starters are going to be and where they're going to line up besides Brandon Cooks.
I know this is kind of hard to say, but I don't know that I'm even comfortable with anybody on the Texans.
Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked our video today, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell icon. Get notified whenever we go live or post other videos. You can see the link below. You can click on previous videos. You can also leave comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. And we'll catch you next week.
Have a good one.